online reviews. We all rely on them, promising to help us fake it till we make it.
We're constantly working to recommend the reviews that have earned that trust.
At midnight, I got a suspicious email about what other than fake reviews at Sephora. I owe all of this to Mr. Andrew, one of our beautiful butterflies, who tipped me off about a brand called In Beauty. Full transparency, I've never heard of them before. But Andrew's email said, I realized this company was launching at Sephora. I was interested, but each of the products have 50 to 60 reviews on the Sephora website. The products are not for sale yet. They're all 5-star reviews, and I started clicking on the profiles and realized that something seemed off with the reviews. Wanted to let you know. So what did I do at 1:26 in the morning? Oh, I went down to go check it out. Now, I've never heard of this line before. It's called In Beauty, the In Beauty Project. It's supposed to be better for your skin, your wallet, and the planet. They definitely have some of this clean marketing, but I like the fact that it's supposed to be inclusive, like in and then like individual. It seems pretty fun, and I know that Sephora has launched a couple of pilot programs where they actually help fund brands, and I wonder if that's what's happening here. Now, what's interesting is that when we look on the Sephora website, these are only at Sephora. So these are not sold anywhere else. And when we do click on this, we see that it is not yet available. It is online only. You can't purchase it in stores. It's not available anywhere outside of Sephora. And again, it is not technically available yet. These are not available until 4/06. And so then why do they have these reviews? I decided to look into these at 1 in the morning because confusion. And when you take a look, some of these are posted an hour ago, 16 hours ago, a day ago. Some were posted 8 days to a week ago. And again, they're all 5-star reviews. When we look at each one of these profiles and we actually click on them, you'll notice something interesting. And this is when I got really suspicious. All of these people have brand new accounts. For instance, all of their accounts are under a couple days old. And if you look at the other items they've reviewed, they're all from the exact same line. They're all from In Beauty. All 5 stars. Cleared my acne on the first bottle, on my 8th now. Sephora, don't ever stop carrying these, please. I didn't know how it works, but it's magic. I massage some into a pimple and it's like in the morning, it's gone. I have struggled with congested pores for so long and have tried a ton of products. Finally, I'm seeing a huge difference in pore size and blackheads. I will be using this for life. Well, tell me how, JC728, because this is not available yet. It's online only, Sephora only, and exclusive. And even if they set these out in PR, these names, there's no influencer under these names or using these online. And especially since this user has only been active since 3/29/21. I'm sorry, I'm a vegan and I smell fish when it's fishy. Now, the other reason that I'm so grateful that Andrew brought this up to us, and the other reason it's so concerning, is because this isn't the first time this has happened at Sephora. Do you know my vendetta against Sunday Riley, which, by the way, there's new info on, and Huda Beauty, by the way? Sunday Riley was caught years ago from an ex-employee on Reddit who basically came out and said, we write fake Sephora reviews. And the main thing that we saw inside of that email was how the Sunday Riley company was specifically targeting people with acne. And I quote when I read you this email yet again. This is an email sent from upper management to employees telling them to write fake reviews, specifically saying, and I quote, credibility is the key to reviews. If everyone could at least write 3 reviews over the next week, we would encourage you to create profiles ASAP and write a couple reviews on makeup, hair, or nail products to build a profile history. At least Sunday Riley tried to build a profile history, because these In Beauty people, like, you can spot this from a mile away. Like, they're not even trying. Again, brand new account, less than a day old, only 5 reviews, all on the In Beauty products, all 5 stars. Back to Sunday Riley. When reviewing Saturn, please address things like how cooling it felt. The biggest points of difference for this mask and other acne masks are how this one increases radiance and doesn't dry out the skin like other acne masks do. And as a former acne sufferer, do you remember what my face looked like? This is where I get pissed. This is where I get livid. This is where I start to bite. Quote, "It helps to make yourself seem relatable, like you know how hard acne is and like you've tried everything. And this is the only one that actually works." Or mention things like, "Yes, it's a little more expensive, but it works incredibly well." Oh, sorry, incredible well. Check your grammar, okay? Well, compared to the cheaper masks out there, if you need any help with things to come up to say, feel free to ask myself, Sunday, or Addison. As reviews come in, read them too. If you notice someone saying things like, "I didn't like X about it," write a review that says the opposite. The power of reviews is mighty. People look to what others are saying to persuade them and answer potential questions that they have. They then instructed their employees to download a VPN, a virtual private network, so that they couldn't track IP addresses, and to start writing those reviews. You know that I get livid about this because as a 16-year-old acne sufferer, who was working at a telemarketing company and hated my life because of the way I looked, I was insecure, I was in a horrible relationship, I literally spent every single paycheck trying to find something that would clear my skin. And these sort of fake reviews are taking advantage of younger me, of people in that position. So yeah, I get heated. And guess what? Sunday Riley did get in trouble for this. They got in trouble with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, that came after them with a lawsuit. However, they did settle without Sunday Riley admitting any wrongdoing. Now, this is what's interesting. I do have some new inside information and some insider information after I posted my video about Sunday Riley, fake reviews at Sephora, why this is concerning to me and why we as consumers need to protect ourselves because these companies aren't doing it for us. I spoke with someone on the inside who had worked with Sunday Riley who told me it wasn't Sunday Riley, it was the retailer kind of holding their hands. And it doesn't just happen at Sunday Riley, it happens at all of these different companies. And my response to that is, yes, I came off hot. Sunday Riley is an easy target because they were kind of this model FTC slap suit. But simultaneously, just because everyone does it doesn't make it right. And the question is it everyone doing it or not? And that's where I wanted to dig into things. Now, there were other companies like Huda Beauty. They've come under fire for having fake reviews that kind of popped up before a palette launched. But here's the thing. With Huda Beauty, they had 2 reviews, right? I don't know the details on that. I wasn't looking at it super in depth. It seemed fishy. When you poke around Sephora or Ulta or Cult Beauty or any retailer's website, I'm sure you're going to find fake reviews. You find them on Amazon, you find them on everywhere. And the reason is because reviews sell. There is psychological data behind this, and it's not just in beauty, it's in the travel industries too. I'll read you a couple quotes. For instance, this is what a PhD researcher at UEA's business school had to say. Quote, "People have time and cognitive constraints that regulate their decisions, and compared to conventional transactions like brick and mortar stores, their ability to directly evaluate the product quality is much more limited when buying online. This is where online reviews come in as a tool to potentially reduce a consumer's risk and uncertainty, and to help them make the correct product choice. However, the question remains, should online reviews be trusted?" This is where I, as a consumer, want to know as well. And when you think about it from a psychological perspective, yeah, reviews have a lot to say. Word of mouth is always super helpful. If I trust a friend or a family member or an expert in a field to tell me something, I am going to believe them and purchase that product. But there's even more when it comes to social currency that we as humans use. I mean, we are animals, right? The psychology of purchasing goes beyond trust. It even goes down to language and to why gossip or to why communication is interesting. There have been psychological studies showing that people get aroused from sharing information, this exchange of info, whether that's through conversation, whether that's through newsstands and television and the internet, or whether that's through reviews. And yes, when we do tap into that hunter-gatherer mentality of finding skincare, creating collections of products or things we use, turning those into rituals, we are going to try to choose brands and products that fit with our perceived identity of ourselves. This is important, and especially because this stuff isn't free. Time isn't free, money isn't free. It's important that we as consumers have accurate information that we can use to purchase these products. And if a retailer is sharing reviews online, those should be trusted. Now, here's kind of a counter argument. There is psychological data showing that people are more likely to share a negative review or an experience with a business, a company, a product, or a service than a positive review. When people are angry, they're more likely to complain about it. So retailers and brands argue that the perception of their company is unfair because people are writing more negative reviews rather than the positive ones, because that's just life. Even Sunday Riley, when it came to their lawsuit, came out and said, you know, we've had other retailers intentionally bash our products and compare them to others, and this is what we have to do to keep steady in the marketplace. I argue that that's not true. If your product is good enough, the reviews should show it. People should understand. And I think that it is up to some of these retailers like Sephora, not only to crack down on fake reviews from these brands, but to crack down on the fake reviews that are targeting other brands and competitors. For example, Sunday Riley in that email was a prime example of saying, say that our expensive acne product was way better for your skin than the cheap ones. Well, that right there is doing the exact same thing that they're accusing these other brands of doing. And this isn't a video bashing Sunday Riley, but this is using them as an example and seeing almost exact repeat behavior from this in-beauty brand. And based on the insider information that I got, I do wonder, is Sephora telling their brands to do this? That's all speculation at this point. Is it an industry norm that we've just had the wool pulled over our eyes? Or is this something where brands are behaving badly? And inside of these retail shelves is a web of lies. And we are all just starting to uncover that. By the time I get this video out, these products will probably be available for purchase, but I encourage you to go look on there and check out the reviews and see why they're suspicious or why they're fishy. This matters to me as a consumer, and I think this should matter to all of us. Because if we can't trust brands and retailers to have honest reviews, we're gonna need to continue going other places to find that information. Because yes, reviews do matter to us, and they are part of our purchasing decisions. It seems like retailers only care when it starts to hurt their sales, and that's what I think is shady. That's why I have this YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed, join the family where we call out the bullshit. And we're not afraid to stand up and speak out for what we believe in because we put our money where our morals are. But what does this mean for you? I've done videos on the past of how to spot fake reviews online and how I go about searching for them, but we need to be critical. We need to be skeptical. Ask your friends and family. If you have the opportunity to swatch a product, go ahead and do it. And if you've got, you know, Selena Gomez, Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Paris Hilton, you know, Jessica Hamilton kind of money, I don't even know. If you have that kind of money that you are wiping your butt with $100 bills, you spend it on what you want and don't worry about reviews. But for those of us who are more price sensitive, or for those of us who care about the integrity of our products, look at those reviews. And if you're worried about it, ask someone, tweet about it. See if there's someone within your social network who has actually given it a try. And if you're someone who works at one of these companies and you're afraid to speak up, or if you are someone who has seen things actually happen and you have proof of that, but you're in a position that you're afraid of being reprimanded for telling the truth, please feel free to do like Andrew, our beautiful butterfly, reach out to me via email or find a way to share that in a way that keeps you safe. Because I think it's important for people to know. I think it's important for us as consumers to call out. And especially with this in beauty line, like what they're saying on the packaging, on the outside, it looks great. But it makes me question the integrity of the company, the ingredients, the formulations. Like if they're cutting corners on reviews, what other corners are they cutting for the sake of profit? I've seen how things work on the inside, and as disgusting as it is, 10 out of 10 times, the beauty industry is not as perfect as they'd like you to believe. So that's where we'll leave this. I'm not reporting it to the FTC at this point, but if somebody knows something I don't, or if we all want to look into it a little bit more, I think that would be very useful. But yeah, if you ever go to a brand and you see 5 out of 5 stars on every single product, and you see reviewers that are only reviewing the same 6 products, and it's 2 days before the launch, and they're not even available for purchase or pickup yet, save your money. That's all I have to say. Thanks for being here. Be a critic and a skeptic, and I cannot wait to see you beautiful butterflies in this next video. I love you guys. Bye.